What's them levels looking like? Looking solid.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk.
Yo.
Nice. All right, y'all watched the fight this past weekend. Garcia Haney.
Yeah.
What y'all think about Garcia being Haney?
I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie to you. And everybody that act like they knew what was gonna happen, I think y'all just some liars. I don't know. That was surprising to see.
I knew Garcia was gonna win the whole time.
No, I mean he played crazy to win.
Yeah, exactly.
And I ain't gonna lie to you.
did
Yeah, he played crazy to win, and I ain't gonna lie to you. He surprised me because when he came in, that was bad.
Yeah, niggas thought he was off drugs. A lot of people did.
I still think he was. I still think he was off drugs. I think he definitely should
Think
be.
he came down?
Yeah, a little bit, but
For
I
the
can't.
fight?
I think for the fight a little bit because I don't know either that or he's just a great actor because his antics was. Did you think he was gonna win the fight before?
No.
You thought he was gonna get knocked out, right?
I definitely didn't think he was going to win.
Okay, for sure.
I can't say knocked out or not, but
I thought there was a lot of clinching.
On Haney's part, or
Kind of
just in
both,
general.
but Haney too towards the end more so like a lot of clinching, and I don't know if them taller dudes just got that much of an advantage where you don't want to get like caught off guard by a taller dude, lankier dude. I don't know.
It was all kind of weird the whole fight because even before the fight, didn't he come in 3 pounds overweight?
yep.
And that was my first time. You know, I'm not really. I mean, I watch a lot of boxing, but I don't really know like all the technical rules because most of the time when I watch fights, people always make weight. But he didn't make weight, so basically that made him he wouldn't even qualify for the championship just because he didn't make weight. So he won. So he got the W, but Haney still has the belt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of confusing. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
in the clause, he
Yep.
broke it.
So yeah,
That's
I guess,
why he had to pay him that 1.5.
See, it's all money game.
Oh wow.
But
Per
yeah, I
pound.
don't know, man. It was entertaining. I'll say that it wasn't. It was entertaining since the last Terrence Crawford or Tank fight. Because sport damn near dying, if you ask me. But shit, shout out to Canelo and people that's still doing it.
Hey,
Yeah, what y'all think about the Wolves being up on the Suns? It's Friday right now as we record, so we play Game 3 tonight. But what y'all think about the Wolves being up 2-0?
Man, I kind of am surprised. Nah, go ahead. You go. You can
I was
start.
gonna say they playing exactly how they supposed to.
Yep.
Big, you know, they got a big ass lineup if you think about it, with Cat, Rudy, and McDaniels.
Right.
That's a big ass front
How
line.
tall is McDaniel? Like 6'9"?
Yeah,
At least.
athlete.
At least.
Like strong, skinny dude.
Yo, I swear he is.
The wire was strong.
It's exactly what he is.
On boards. What the hell? Why you this strong? Nah, he's different, man. Cause I was I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember when we traded away because I still was mad when we got rid of what's Vanderbilt.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I liked him here, but
Yeah,
I understood, but I still was like, we should have kept him, whatever the case is. But I didn't think he was gonna step up as much as he did since that trade happened. And I'm like, Daniels is definitely the truth, man. But no, like he said though, kind of even if you look at last year when we played the Nuggets damn near had no competition the whole entire way to the championship. Their toughest comp was literally against the Wolves,
Was us.
and they said it too in the first round. So that's why I'm like he said, and what's their weakness? You got to have big people. That's how the Lakers beat the Nuggets when they beat them. They had Dwight Howard guard them. Then they had JaVale McGee coming right in. You got to have bigs. It's the same thing. You got to have bodies. And I kind of like the tradition that the Timberwolves is doing right now because now if you look at it, this positionless basketball is kind of dying in the NBA where it's like, oh, yeah, we don't need a big. We got this. Like, nah.
It was a
They
phase.
tried to get rid of the big man,
bro.
And now they're proving like,
Yeah, how you feel about that, EC? They try to get rid of the big.
facts. How you feel about that shit?
That is so disrespectful.
Like, they trying to.
The big makes the guard's life so much easier when you got a good big. I mean, you know that.
Facts.
Play with a good big man, your life is so much easier.
Facts. It's so much easier. Like when you get so much space, especially like as a shooter. Oh my God, give it to him. They all about to collapse.
You get so many more shots, so many wild.
Hey, like
you out there by yourself shooting practice shots if you got a good big.
do y'all think the Steph Curry era or like Mike D'Antoni era of basketball ruined the traditional big man, or what do y'all think it was like specifically?
They be pointing to that. Brian and JJ Redick was saying something like that in their podcast recently.
What'd they say?
Like that was one of the teams that started that transition, that positionless, the Phoenix Sun team.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
It was there. I mean, their big man was Amari Stoudemire.
And he was
And
a
he
demon
definitely
dog
wasn't-
at that time.
He was, but he wasn't a big man.
He wasn't a big man at all. He was like he really was like a tall 3. He wasn't no power. He was like a tall 3.
When he got to the playoffs and they slowed it down, they was beating up on him down.
Oh yeah, 7-game series.
I mean, he was taking advantage of his gifts, on offense, but on defense, they was just beating him up too.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't deal with no Tim Duncan or no Dirk.
Nope,
you just
that's
only,
who he's having to guard.
Only limited like that. That shit is crazy when you think about it. Yeah.
What y'all think about Bron? I mean, it's kind of a random switch up, but like thinking about him being down 3-0 in the playoffs, legacy, just like how the Wolves is beating up on all them 3 big stars over there in Phoenix. It's like, what y'all think about like this generation going out and Bron? How long y'all think Bron got left?
Man, it's really just the team they playing. Like it's like
it's the Nuggets.
It's the Nuggets, and it's like the whole history they have created in the last 2 years, from social media to the guy saying, "We are the Lakers, Daddy." Since all that happened, and now we here, and it's like, bro, when you find out the last time they beat them was when Russell Westbrook was on the team and he had a triple-double.
That's crazy.
That puts things in like a perspective. Like, damn, are they the Lakers, Daddy? Are they? Like, I don't know. So, I mean, is it going to hurt his legacy? I think this is more about Jokic than anything. I think, like, how they were trying to call Curry the LeBron killer.
Right.
You don't get that. You won one ring on LeBron, then you brought KD. Y'all jumped him. Yeah, that's all. Y'all jumped him. That's all. Like, y'all jumped him. It's cool. Y'all won. Yeah. But y'all jumped him. Y'all can say, yeah, I beat him up or whatever, but just understand y'all jumped him. But Jokic, nah, he's single-handedly.
He's a different breed.
He's a different breed, and he's kind of this is more about him than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as LeBron playing, the way LeBron plays, I feel like if he ever wants to take that role and be like, I want to be a third option, because he's never really been a second. They even try to say he's a second now. He still is, but he's like he's not.
Oh, for sure.
It's like he's always going to be a first.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like, so me personally, I think if he takes a different role, LeBron could play like at least 4 more years. I think he could play with Bryce.
Nah, he don't want to.
He don't want to. Yeah, but I'm saying though, if he body wise, but like,
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, but I
what
think
you think? Yeah,
he probably got like 1 or 2 left.
1 or 2
that he really wants to do.
1 or 2. Man, basketball gonna be different with LeBron.
He's not the type of dude that's gonna want to go on a decline. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still want to be on top of his game when he goes out. That's why I say 1 or 2.
But to Wayne's point, if he's the third option on a team at 40 something, can he still do double digits?
Oh, of course, but
would
he want to be a shell of himself when he's been a superstar his whole career?
Right.
Yeah, that should be crazy. I hate it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like seeing Shaq in a Celtics uniform,
bro. Or the Cavs uniform.
Oh, the Cavs one was ridiculous. I'm like, what are you doing over here, bro? You know you don't belong in no Cleveland, Shaq. Like that was just next level. That was next level for sure, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, well, welcome everybody. Episode 2 of the TCS podcast, TCS Radar. We out here trying to highlight athletes in Minnesota. Minnesota teams, especially the high school kids out here, man. Really give them a spotlight. So we back again. Last episode, we talked about the guys, the boys in the state. We talked about, McAndrew from Wayzata and Free Tag from Bragg. We actually didn't mention Isaac Kasuma from Cherry. And for sure, he's a guy. He's going to the U next year, so he definitely deserves some respect. Definitely deserves to get his name brought up. But yeah, so we highlight some of those guys, and it was just first episode, so we're gonna be back with many more players that we're gonna highlight, and definitely as the new players come up, we always want to beat the radar pretty much. So this episode, we want to talk about some of the female players in the state. We also want to talk about some of the top teams, some of the top basketball teams in Minnesota. That we could think of, early 2000s type stuff. So, first of all, as far as the girls' game goes, there's I know the top 5 for sure. They're all going high level D1. Right. And so, let me make sure I don't get any names. Sure, we got Olivia Olsen. So she's from Benil St. Margaret. She's going to Michigan, and I was around Benil's program a little bit this season, so I kind of, know the hype around her and stuff like that, and seen the film. So she's like an all-around, combo guard type player, and going to U, of course, like being a rival of Minnesota.
Right.
I wonder why Minnesota couldn't snag her up. But she's a really good player. And they also, McGill has another player. She was a junior this year. Her name Kendall McGee. She was out for a lot of the season, but she in the class of 25 next year is supposed to be like one of the top 5 players in the state. So that's pretty solid. It was a girl from Minnehaha Academy.
What is her? Maddie Mack?
Addison Mack. Something like last name Mack.
Yes, Mack.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember seeing some film of her, and she got like super smooth ball handle. So I think also in next year's class, 2025, she's one of the top players for sure. Minnehaha Academy. But yeah, super smooth game, I would say. You know, of course, when you think about smooth ball handlers, you think about Paige right away. So you know, I don't want to compare her to Paige.
The GOAT. But, that is the GOAT. Until further notice. Right? To me,
he said until further.
I like Caitlin Clark, but you know we team Paige over here, man.
I kind of feel the same, but
and I actually got a
Caitlin's
question.
A bucket.
Oh, go ahead.
Caitlin's a bucket though.
Caitlin's definitely a bucket.
Can't.
You gotta wait to see though. What if she turns into Jimmer Fredette?
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
So you had a question?
But yeah, so later on we're gonna touch a little bit on some of the college players too for the women. But I wanted to make sure I gave them some love. And then Minnetonka had 2 ladies. One name was Aaliyah Crump. Now she was Team USA 16U last summer. So like she's legit.
She's legit. Okay.
Junior this year.
She's junior this year.
Yeah, class of 25. So you know, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff online. I saw some highlights of her in some film. She looks real solid, like real comfortable game. Kind of got that midi game, but I think all around in general. And she had a teammate this year, Tori McKinney. She's going to the U, so she's a senior this year, McKinney.
Okay.
So she's going to the U next year. And I haven't seen as much film of her.
How many recruits do the U of them got that's from in-state? Is she the only one?
That's a good question. She's the only one I've seen from this year.
Okay.
So, yeah. So there's a lot of talent overall. I know one lady I saw in person that I was impressed by was De La Salle's Anisha Scott. I want to say, yeah, her name was Anisha Scott. De La Salle. I think De La Salle made a pretty deep playoff run this year. Then Benil St. Margaret's were battling, and I think they're rivals too. But she was like, I was just impressed with her, like being like a floor general. You know what I'm saying? And I think she got a really smooth game, class of 25. So we're gonna be looking out for her next year too. And there's one more I want to mention.
Oh, you good? Yeah, you good? Yeah.
From Hopkins. So we got Liv McGill from Hopkins. She's going to Florida next year.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, like she's like very skilled, but like she got the motor. That's the word I'm looking for. She got that motor. You can't teach that motor.
No, definitely.
It's
can't.
either in you or it's not.
Not at all.
It's like trying to teach somebody how to be a dog. You can't.
No.
Send them or they not.
It's just not there.
You can't teach Russell, like people like quick example, like Russell Westbrook. Like his motor. Can't teach that.
You cannot. That's
one, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah.
And also we're gonna be looking out for her. And we know there's some girls from Minnesota in last year's class out in the college ranks doing things.
Oh yeah.
The South Carolina team that just won the title, right, had Tessa Johnson.
Tessa Johnson.
So was a freshman this year. Yep. I'm pretty sure. So
came in and saved the day.
Went crazy.
Came in and saved the day. It's going nuts, like for real. Shout out to her. Definitely. Let's give Tessa a Don DeMarco, man. Feel me?
So yeah, you always gotta appreciate just the state really getting done.
For sure. But why does the U always have trouble keeping the top kids here though?
That's the
best question.
That's the best question because
on the male or female side, it's crazy.
Because when you think about that, when you say that, who was the last top recruit that in home that stayed here? Because that's a good question.
Amir Coffey, maybe.
Amir Coffey.
I don't even know.
He's in the league, so I'll say Amir Coffey.
Yeah.
Like there was I remember Joe Coleman, he graduated my class. He stayed. I'm pretty sure he stayed and went to the U.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you know,
I mean, like before that, there was some guys like Chris Humphreys.
Chris Humphreys stayed here.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't.
Yep, he did.
Honestly, didn't know that. Speaking of Chris Humphreys,
Yo, all right. So
so.
we've been thinking about this.
yeah,
Top teams in Minnesota, and you know we a little bit on the younger side, so we're gonna say just from the 2000s, 2000 to 2010.
Okay.
So who we say? Cause we said Chris Humphreys. He was on that 02 Hopkins team.
Oh yeah, they were nice. That North Championship team was cold too.
and I was gonna ask you because I know you. You know what I'm saying. So like, there's some of these teams. I want to know who was on them. Like you said, that Hopkins 2002 team, right?
Yeah.
Outside of Lawrence McKenzie, who was on these 2001, 2002?
Henry Jeans?
Yeah, Patrick Henry. Was that just Lawrence McKenzie on them?
No, it definitely wasn't.
Then I gotta ask you about your old turf.
Our Tartan teams?
Yeah, 2000.
The 2000 squad?
2000 championship
With Jake?
squad. Who's that? Jake who?
With Jake Sullivan?
Jake Sullivan? That was the year he was on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was his senior year. Eric Crawford.
Who do you think was the best, like, out of all these teams? Because, like, like you said, we a little bit on the other side. Are you talking about that 2003 North team?
Yeah.
Who was on there?
Cam Taylor and them. Kevin Henderson. Bear. James Davis.
Kevin's the dude that was on your pro-am team. Yeah, I know you talking about.
They had a squad.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of different ones like Mankato West. Do you know anybody from any of the Mankato West teams?
Mm-mm.
And then Hopkins 05. I'm sure that's Royce's team, right?
They
were a little bit later, right?
Was that
who's
was like
Hanky?
09.
31-1?
Was that Hanky in there?
It's hard to find a lot of things. They must have won the next year too because they went 30-2 the next year too in 06. That's why I was telling people for the longest that when it was like talking about powerhouses and shit here.
Yeah.
I said Hopkins is a powerhouse, but now it seems like Wayzata is almost a powerhouse here now. You think? I mean, they didn't finish it this year.
Is there a true powerhouse?
Is there? Is there? It's kind of like a revolving door. It could be anybody.
Like anybody can win it. You think?
Yeah, to an extent. Because what's Wayzata going to be next year?
They got some young dudes.
Okay, what are they going to?
Step up, though.
What are they going to be? What they were though?
Exactly.
So, I mean, we got to wait to see on that one.
I mean, that's taking a lot away.
I mean, honestly, when you think about what a powerhouse would be, I feel like the only ones that were really that can really qualify because you can give scholarships would be like a Cretan or one of them private schools that can actually do that. Because
Cretan is always good.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like,
I mean, they might have had some like down years for them is losing in the first round of state.
Yeah, literally. So that's why it's like teams like that. Can't no
like,
public school like Wayzata because like
shit.
that's a public school. So it's like they can't give out no bread for people to come there. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, NILs now. High
schools
schoolers can get paid.
What do you know about that? I didn't, because I thought it was just, I didn't know like what. I thought you had to be like a certain type of high school.
No,
any high school can get
you
paid.
can get some bread.
Like how?
If somebody puts money into your school, you get paid. It's like NIL. It's like the name, image, and likeness.
I didn't know that shit happens in high school like that. I thought it has to be like for like certain like ranked players or players that have like notable popularity.
Man, you can be in a small town and get NIL from everybody. Get sponsorship from
Nigga,
your whole town.
Gonna get $67 in a small town
I'm just saying,
in a mixtape.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll get some studio time. Like that's what it's gonna be.
It
Probably one of
depends where that
those.
small town is.
How you feel about that? I mean, you play college ball.
I wish they had it when I was at UNI.
I was just about to say that. So like,
I
yes,
would have been getting some bread for sure.
Did y'all still get bread?
Undisclosed.
No, man, like, cause like that when you look at ever since this stuff became legal and stuff, right? Like for instance, like for the girls, when you look at the WNBA,
Yeah,
they can make way more money staying in college than they can going to the WNBA.
That's why they stayed them 4 years or 5 years.
Still there.
Yeah. She wanted. I don't think she wanted to come out this year, honestly, just because who wants to come out in the circus of a draft like with all them.
Right.
Oh, the competition?
Yeah.
Oh, you think Paige backed down from the competition?
But I think she also wanted to get a ring too. I think she would have stayed anyway. But I think the fact that she didn't. I think she would. If she would have won, she probably would have went. But the fact that she didn't win, she probably like, man, fuck that. I want to win. I want to. You know what I mean? But
she said she was staying before the tournament though.
She said that.
Yeah.
I thought she said that like after.
No, she announced she was.
Well, then if she said it before, I don't know. I saw it after. But
I'm sure she's getting paid though.
Well, yeah, she's still staying. Yeah. So I mean, like that's why it's like, but then like, cause wasn't something on there when we were talking about
Yeah, because you got.
But you got to think she got hurt twice.
That's what I'm saying. So she has unfinished business. It ain't like she want to go.
No, I don't think she was running from the competition at all.
So the question is,
by default, she was though.
I guess that's how you want to put it. He said by default. He's forcing it on her. Like, yeah, nah. She
wasn't scared, but you know they can say that. It's almost like Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas could say, "I'm the best ever" because I beat Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and Magic. He can say that. How many people can say that?
Nobody.
He the only one that can say that.
true enough, but
it don't mean it's true. We like, come on, we know Mike better than you, but we hear you. He was young, Zeke. He was young.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
It's like people, dudes in the league, be talking about like, man, you never lost no ones.
Oh man, I'm sure your sister beat you up before. Somebody got you.
But so it's interesting talking about Paige and talking about her coming back for another year. So what y'all think about college? Women in college having to do the 3 years in college before they can go pro. Y'all think they should be able to go just straight out their freshman year?
I think it's sexist, and I think they should let them women do what they want to do. It's their choice.
You really believe that?
I mean, well, like I said before, when we was talking about the money they can get in college now, it makes sense for them to stay to get the bag because when you go to look at the WNBA, how much they get paid, it's not really much, and they're not getting them college deals like how they get. They either got to get endorsements or they got to be doing some other stuff off the field. Like what's the chick name that used to play for the Sparks? Liz Cambridge. They got to make an OnlyFans like her. So I could understand them wanting to stay, though. It makes more sense logically and just financially. But I don't think it should be forced, just like I don't think the NBA should have ever said, hey, this when they cut off, you know how many Hall of Famers we got that straight out of high school? Do we honestly think Zion needed to go to high school? Do we honestly think Bam needed to go to high school? These dudes they built the same. It's not football. You know what I'm saying? So
Zion be out there playing football.
Oh yeah, that's because Zion he
be bullied.
He be on some other stuff. He's a freakazoid, but that's another note. But no, man, me personally, I think they should be able to come out when they want. Look at Juju.
Do you think
right now? Go ahead.
Do you think they would be developed enough as freshmen?
It depends on who the player is.
Juju Watkins is ready
Juju
right now.
Juju Watkins? I feel like she could play in the league.
Did any of y'all know about Caitlin her freshman year?
No, definitely not.
Oh, I knew about her junior year.
That's my point.
I know about Maya Moore though for like ever though. No, I'm being for real though.
You see Maya Moore play.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, hey, shout out to Maya. I'll be telling people she's the GOAT. I tell people all the time she's the best WNBA player I've ever seen. Facts.
But just like Paige's ball handle, I mean, there's women who can handle the ball as good as Paige and probably better. But like that's why Paige is good because she takes care of the ball and she's smart with it. You know what I'm saying? Like she can shoot.
She's so efficient with it. Too.
She's efficient.
Yeah, she was in the post during the tournament. Like they just trust her with the ball. You know what I'm saying?
When we talk about like positionless basketball, she's like that. Yeah. Like she could do whatever she kind of want. Like I'm like, damn, like
does everything.
I don't know. I feel like it depends. Like back on that subject, it depends on a certain player. Like Juju, I feel like definitely could play
right now,
and she's a freshman. But we ain't never really seen nothing like her as a freshman. Like that's why it's kind of good to see because we just saw Caitlin. We ain't never seen no girl pulling up from that far consistently.
She was going crazy.
Consistently smacking that joint.
Consistent.
Key word. Consistently smacking that joint. And then you look at Juju, what she's doing. She looks like a fucking Carmelo Anthony as a teenager, just out here just mixing chicks. And that's why it's kind of like, damn.
50 ball.
Like as a freshman.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like.
It's the freshman part.
Who's who's to say as this goes on, we ain't gonna see more of this? Look, like it creates character for other people when you see that.
The video I posted with the little girl almost caught that lob.
Yeah. No. When I tell you, it was just straight up
play.
ball. It was a design play. They threw the lob. She catches the ball. She's so
she
high.
has it. She has that.
It's
jump.
like she didn't think about dunking. She just knew to jump high. Right. And she it's not like she was trying to dunk, bro. Right. It was just she was that high. She couldn't dunk, bro. She grabbed onto the rim. It snapped back. The girl behind her ducked a little bit. Hey, send me that clip. I'm gonna play it too, right? Like I'm playing, right? I swear to God, like that was crazy. Yeah,
posterized off the baseline.
No, it was like the pass came from like the corner.
Okay. It was a
design play. It was like a back pick. Yeah.
Okay.
Boom on the wing. Came up. Like,
Shorty put it on the money though.
She tried to junior battle her from Coach Carter.
Oh man.
How tall you think that it don't matter? She almost.
She probably had to be like she was one of the tallest on the court. I wouldn't say no more than like 6'2".
Yeah. That's
but if a coach calls that play, she's finished that in practice before.
Right.
The coach made that play for her.
Yeah, she's done that before.
Yeah.
And she almost did it again. That's why it's like, do you know who that was?
I have no clue.
See, now we got to find out who that was. We're going to find out who that was. Because that was impressive. Because I'm like, I thought to myself, like, imagine you're at LA Fitness and you're sitting there hooping.
And she
and then, like, you're hooping. You sitting there playing, taking it easy. You taking it easy, right? Like, oh, yeah, it's just a girl. And then somebody that know what's going on, like, yo, he don't even know. And he throw it up. And then they can't. Do you know the embarrassment you're going to have in the gym?
That would be madness.
Because, like, remember the term, and I'm going to bleep this part out real quick.
Explicit.
Very. Yeah, that's why. We're back now.
All on there.
Yeah, but so yeah, I think it is interesting. But how long do y'all think until they change the rule? They're gonna change the rule, especially with the NIL stuff. Like
they have to see more. They have to see more people. Oh, with the NIL, like they don't want to be paying.
No, they don't want to leave.
3 years for the
they're gonna stay. They want it. They want that money.
It's too much money, bro. I wouldn't even want to leave. Why would
not the players, but the league though. It's like,
what they gonna do?
I mean, honestly, I don't understand what they can do. Like you said, it's like. The league, I'm sorry, like, and I keep on telling people this. I like watching the WNBA.
For sure.
You know why the NBA is so successful? It's because the fans. People buy money, they spend money, they spend a lot of bread, and then they make it a hot commodity. So that's why it's so high. That's why season tickets at different stadiums are significantly different.
100 racks.
And even the cheap ones cost a lot of bread. Like nothing's cheap. So that's why it's just more like if you don't have people buying in, it's not gonna work. And then I hear people's ideas. Some of them are kind of funny. So I heard people say they should lower the rims.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
I think that's outrageous just because like they've been playing.
That's blasphemous. That's disrespect.
They played.
That's such disrespect.
Yeah, like they played on this hoop their whole entire life. They shot at 10 feet their whole entire life. You can't be like, you know what? You make it to the highest level. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that there's not a place for that, but I'm just saying the WNBA shouldn't make that. No, now I think
they won't.
Imagine this though. I think if somebody made a league where it's like 9-foot rims. No, I'm just saying.
Like
bro.
Men too?
Like it'd be men too. It'll be men and women. It'll be universal. You'll be secure. Could you imagine that? That shit is sell, bro. You got people smacking each other.
9.5. 9.5.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You wouldn't watch that? I would. See some bodies.
Joe agreed on the 9.5.
You'll be seeing. It'd
be like a Nerf hoop.
Right. It'll be like slam ball. It'll be like slam ball without the trampolines.
I swear it would be ridiculous.
But it only could be like ex-athletes or some shit like that.
It would be ridiculous.
I want to see somebody get banged on. That'd be different, man. But no, in the WNBA, as far as that, I don't know, man. Honestly, if you want to be real, Caitlin Clark coming to the league has just helped them go in the right direction.
All the way.
So, I mean.
Her influence
is crazy. Do you see how much those jerseys sold?
Immediately.
Angel Reese and what's the other young lady from South Carolina?
Cardozo.
Their jersey sold out ASAP. Yeah. They said this ain't never happened like this.
And the Lynx almost had Reese. We almost had it. Some ticket sellers for sure.
I made a video about that, man. They broke my heart.
They're gonna get more sales with
her?
With who they drafted? Or
yeah, I mean, honestly, no. I mean, they would have got more sales on Angel Reese just because, like, a lot of the strong. I mean, A lot of the people here, the community here, would have bought into that. But I can understand why. I can understand why they wouldn't want that though, because she comes with like a circus, especially like all her shit that she was doing in college. Not saying it was bad, but I'm saying how Minnesota normally is with professional sports. They really don't like signing the hothead or the person that's making the news. That's typically what they don't like doing for some reason. But in the same sense, I think the pick we got, she gonna be good. There's a large Native American community here for her. Yeah. So maybe that can, you know what I mean?
She's good actually from Utah.
Oh no, she's a bucket. She's a bucket. She's a bucket. It wasn't like it was a bad pick. It was just more like, damn, Angel or her.
Yeah.
Just because, one, and then really that kind of goes into media. Shit. They just was feeding us one. Yeah. I didn't see her until the tournament. I was like,
oh no, she was getting buckets the whole season.
Yeah, definitely.
She like a little Paul Pierce playing type. For real.
The truth.
No, for real.
Oh,
that's her game. She's
kind
of like it's a compliment. I ain't talking. Yeah, it's not a shot or none. I think she really. I
just
don't
hear
something.
That comp often. That's funny. It's just old Paul. I'm thinking old Paul. You know.
Oh.